Good Erev Shabbos, Parshas Emor. I would like to share with you this evening a thought by Rabbi Norman Lamb on the Parsha, where he describes how the Parsha opens up with a commandment to the Kohen not to defile himself by coming in contact with a corpse, except for his closest relatives. And before these, however, there's one category which presents a bit of a question. The Torah expresses this as She'eroi Hakarev Alav. Our tradition tells us that She'eroi Zu Ishtoi, that the She'eroi that we're mentioning over here, this is a reference to his wife. Okay? This is the first and prime relative for whom a Kohen must allow himself to become Tameh in order to accord her the last honors. Question, however, is why didn't the Torah just say Ishtoi? Why did it use this particular idiom? And if Sher does mean wife, why is it masculine instead of feminine? Hakarev Alav, not Hakrovai Alav. So the Klei Yakar offers a bit of an answer to this. She'er means wife because the word she'er originally means food. As in a ketubah, when we write for a young couple getting married under a chuppah, that the husband promises to make sure that she has she'era, kesuta, v'ainasa. That she'll have food, and she'll have clothes to wear, and she'll have loving attention. And it's the wife that prepares the husband's food. But Klei Yakar means more than just that she's chief cook and bottle washer. Hakarev Alav indicates that somehow this wife's occupation of feeding her husband has a significance that makes her very, very close to him. Closer than any two beings can otherwise be to each other. And he quotes a remarkable passage from the Gemara in Yavamas, where we're told that Rabbi Yassi met Eliyahu Navi and asked him some questions that were bothering him. In Torah, it's written, I'm going to make for this man, Adam, I'm going to make him a helpmate against him. Yes, this is obviously a reference to his wife, but how does she help him? To which the prophet answered, man brings home wheat. Does he eat wheat? No. Man brings home flax. Does he wear flax? Rather, his wife brings light to his eyes and puts him on his feet. Okay, so the function of the wife, in a material sense, if you will, is to take the raw material provided by her husband and to turn it into something palatable, something usable for him, for their family. You need Eliyahu Navi to tell you that. But there's a deeper insight here. Because in order to be truly somebody that brightens his eyes and puts him on his feet, she has to take not just the raw material that the husband brings home. She has to take the raw material that the husband is and help transform all those great potentials inside of him, every possible advantageous possibility that he might possess, and turn that into a creative reality. And that's why she's called She'er. Just as in terms of food, she converts the wheat into bread and cake. Just as her fingers weave the flax into clothing that he can wear, psychologically, emotionally, she has to draw out all those hidden talents in her husband and bring out the best in him. And when she's done that, then indeed she's one that brings light to his eyes and puts him on his feet. And the same holds true, to one extent or another, for anybody that plays that kind of a role in your life, any kind of mentor. Not the least of which would be a mother and a mother-in-law. It's truly the creative role of a mother to bring out the best in her children. The role of such a person, no matter what the relationship, is to teach, not in the sense of just informing, but in the sense of molding and shaping and directing the inner life so that it emerges more developed and more finely oriented. The greatest gift from Hashem is not, boom, blessing just outright. The greatest gift is an indirect blessing in which God teaches us how to approach the raw material of life and to fashion it into something of enduring value. We read, Ezri Miyam Hashem, help comes from God. My help is with God. It's interesting, we read it with Hashem rather, not from Hashem. God doesn't usually answer our prayers by sending us miraculous deliverance or depositing our fortune on our doorstep or our bank account. Instead, the experience of being with Hashem, of looking for Hashem and finding Him in your life, of entrusting our confidence to Him that He does know what He's doing and He's going to get you through, of being aware of His presence at all times, that gives us the strength to reorient our lives, to redirect all of our energies, and to refocus our desires toward Him and toward making our lives an expression, a Kiddush Hashem. I'd like to dedicate today's message to my late mother-in-law, Elise, but Rachel and Neshama should have a glorious and rapid Aliyah. Wish you a Shabbat Shalom and Kol Tov.